Hi. Towards the end of 18th century, much of the world was undergoing enormous political change. The so-called Age of Reason produced scientists whose discoveries were leading to new technologies that transformed method of producing goods. At the same time, political philosophers had inspired revolutions in France and North America that would have a profound effect on the social structures of both the old and new worlds. In the field of economics, a new scientific approach was overturning the old mercantilist view of an economy driven by protected trade and reliant on exports as a means of preserving its wealth. So, by the end of Napoleonic Wars in 1815, Europe and Britain in particular had begun to industrialize on an unprecedented scale. A fresh approach was needed to describe and meet the demands of this rapidly emerging economic new world. So here you find the changes in politics and economic policies. Adam Smith was known as the father of modern economics. His philosophy of 18th century had three components: free markets, assembly line method of production, and gross domestic product. These three formed the basic of the theories of classical economics. His ideas are evident in the works of David Ricardo, Karl Marx, J.M. Keynes. The Wealth of Nations, the book written by Adam Smith, represents a comprehensive analysis of the market economy and how it contributed to the economic welfare of the people. Smith argued that individuals made economic decisions on the basis of reason and in their own self-interest, not for the good of society. When they were allowed to act in this way, in a free society with the competitive markets, an invisible hand guided the economy for the benefit of all. So this was the first detailed description of a free market economy which Smith advocated as the means of ensuring prosperity and freedom. It is generally regarded as a milestone in the development of economics as a discipline. The approach to economics that Smith helped to establish is often referred to as classical economics. His analysis of competitive market economy was essentially a description of what we now know as capitalism. It examined the issues such as the division of labor and its contribution to growth, and what factors were involved in giving value to goods. Smith's work was hugely influential, raising many of the questions that needed to be addressed in managing the economy of an industrialized society. In particular, Smith addressed the place of government in a capitalist society, arguing for a limited role for the state. So we find beginning of Industrial Revolution in 1776, an American Declaration of Independence was adopted. Then policy relating to trade liberalization was introduced in 1780. That means free trade, no barriers. French Revolution, storming of Bastille took place in 1789. So there was a change in the social setup in France. In 1791, Theory of Utilitarianism. It's a moral theory that advocates actions that promote overall happiness or pleasure and rejects actions that cause unhappiness or harm. It is directed to making political, economic, social decisions aimed for betterment of society. This was advocated by the economist in the later period. This is a normative ethical theory. Again, we found some changes in the society. Thomas Malthus, he established a theory of population. The law of markets is a theory made by Say. When industrial revolution brought more products into the market, the economic policies also changed. So the prices were fixed as per the demand and supply. So let's see all this in the following video.